Heavy iron doors sealed shut, long silent corridors, and rooms staged like movie sets have revealed an underground world existing right along the Thailand-Cambodia border. This was not an ordinary resort or office complex, but the operating center of a massive online fraud industry, where thousands of people once sat in front of computer screens every day to craft elaborate scam scenarios targeting victims around the globe. Recently, Thai authorities, in coordination with multiple international partners, released a series of images taken inside a large-scale online fraud hub near the Cambodian border. These materials are not only legal evidence, but also expose the full operating model of a tightly organized transnational criminal network, functioning much like an industrial enterprise. On December 2, 2025, Lieutenant General Theron Nanwang, director of Thailand's Military Intelligence Department, led a delegation of military attachés from 20 countries, including the United States, Malaysia, and Vietnam, along with representatives from the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, to conduct a field visit at the Chong Chom border area in Surin province, adjacent to Cambodia. The visit aimed to assess border security and evaluate the seriousness of transnational crime, particularly online fraud. According to Thai officials, this type of crime causes tens of billions of dollars in losses each year, undermining economies and posing major security risks across Southeast Asia. Through extended intelligence work, authorities identified multiple fraud hubs concentrated in the O Smach area of Cambodia, most notably Osmark Resort and the Royal Hill complex. These two sites were considered key command centers for large-scale fraud operations over a long period. The Royal Hill complex, in particular, shocked international observers due to its scale and sophistication. The compound consisted of 3 6-story buildings designed like a fully enclosed miniature city, completely isolated from the outside world. It served both as living quarters and workplace for those involved in scams. Inside each building, space was divided by target markets, with different teams assigned to specific countries or regions, including Vietnam, Singapore, India, and others. In addition to densely packed office areas filled with computers and communication equipment, Royal Hill included a separate administration building, convenience stores, a communal cafeteria, and internal recreational spaces. This closed system allowed workers to remain inside for long periods without leaving, effectively creating a self-contained crime city. Thai intelligence estimates that before the site was exposed, between 8,000 and 10,000 foreign nationals had worked for fraud networks based in this area alone, a staggering figure that illustrates the vast scale of the operation. What shocked experts most was not just the number of people involved, but the meticulous staging inside each room. Investigators discovered multiple offices designed to look exactly like real institutions: government offices, police stations, bank branches, and customer service centers. These rooms featured fake signage, official backdrops, desks, computers, cameras, forged stamps, and even police and civil servant uniforms from various countries. Their sole purpose was to conduct live video calls with overseas victims. When the screen turned on, victims saw what appeared to be a legitimate government office or bank, staffed by uniformed personnel, making them believe they were dealing with real authorities. Using this setup, scammers applied psychological pressure, instructed victims to transfer money, share personal data, provide OTP codes, or complete fraudulent financial transactions based on prepared scripts. At the site, authorities seized victim lists from many countries, along with hundreds of computers, phones, networking devices, printed scam scripts, and personal belongings left behind by suspects who fled before the raid. Photos released by Thai police showed rows of desks still equipped with headsets, webcams, and monitors, as if scam calls had only just stopped moments earlier. Speaking on site, Lieutenant General Teran Nanwang emphasized that bringing international military attachés and media to the location was meant not only to present investigation results, but also to show the world the true scale and methods of this criminal enterprise. He stated that this was not merely financial crime, but a serious threat to global security and public safety, carried out through highly organized, professional, and industrialized operations. Following increased border security measures launched by the Thai military on December 8, 2025, suspects withdrew from the Osmach area. However, authorities warned that similar models could reappear elsewhere in the region. Based on findings from the site, officials urge the public never to trust unsolicited video calls claiming to be from police, banks, or government agencies demanding money, OTP codes, or personal information. In Vietnam, Lieutenant General Tran Ngoc Ha, director of the Criminal Police Department, noted that traditional organized crime within the country has been reduced, but high-tech crime is becoming increasingly complex. Scammers often operate from neighboring countries and intensify activity during holidays like Lunar New Year when people are less vigilant. Vietnamese police have actively adapted their strategies to counter evolving criminal tactics. In some Southeast Asian special economic zones, transnational groups, often led by Chinese nationals, have recruited workers from multiple countries and assigned them to scam specific national markets. Among them were Vietnamese citizens lured to Cambodia with promises of good jobs. Many were housed together, given devices and social media accounts, and trained to follow scripted fraud operations. Some faced severe pressure to meet targets. Beyond online fraud, these networks were also involved in illegal gambling and money laundering. Some Vietnamese individuals were deceived into renting out bank accounts and biometric data to help criminals evade Vietnamese banking regulations. Authorities also reported serious crimes affecting Vietnamese nationals in some areas linked to these operations, underscoring the dangerous environment surrounding these networks. To recruit workers, criminal groups set up fake recruitment companies, advertised attractive jobs in Laos, Cambodia, and Thailand, then arranged illegal border crossings. Once inside, many workers found it very difficult to leave. Those who failed to meet quotas risked being resold to other criminal groups or forced to call their families for ransom. Some were eventually released, while others were detained again or transferred elsewhere. There were also intermediaries who offered rescue services, demanding victims or their families take high-interest loans to pay for their release, leaving returnees burdened with heavy debt. Despite these challenges, Vietnam's Criminal Police Department dismantled multiple fraud rings before the Lunar New Year, significantly reducing incidents during the holiday period. After the break, authorities continued to strengthen measures against cross-border crime. The story of Royal Hill and similar fraud cities serves as a stark warning. High-tech crime is increasingly sophisticated, organized, and international. Only through strong cooperation between governments and greater public awareness can this threat be effectively countered. Thank you for watching this story. If you found it meaningful, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video. And now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for staying with Societal Stories.